This is a part 2 of living world, and it is a remaining or continuation of living world. We'll be starting with species. What are it is a category. Species it is a group of individual organisms with fundamental Species is nothing but it's a group of individual organisms with fundamental similarities. Individual organisms which have fundamental similarities, they are considered as species. One species is one species from other closely related species. We can distinguish one species from other closely related species based on morphological differences. Based on morphological characters, we can difference one species from other closely related species. For example, Mangifera indica, Solanum tuberosum, which is the biological name of potato. Here Pantheria leo, which is the scientific name or biological name of lion. All the three names indica, tuberosum, leo, they represent specific epithet. These all represent specific epithet. Here in biological name we have two components. First component is generic name and the second component is specific epithet. First here the specific epithets are indica is a specific epithet, tuberosum is a specific epithet, and leo are it represents they represent specific epithets. The first word like Mangifera, Solanum, Panthera, they are genera. It represents the higher level of taxon or category. They are genera. First word it indicates genera, whereas the second component in binomial nomenclature they indicate specific epithet. Each genus may have one or more than one specific epithet representing different organism. Each genus may have one or more than one specific epithet which represents different organism, but they have morphologically similar characters. Genus which is having different specific epithets but they are morphologically similar. For example, Panthera has another specific epithet, tigris. Solanum, which has another species or specific epithet, nigrum, and melongena, but they have same morphological similarities. Human beings have, what is the scientific name of human being? Homo sapiens. Here the sapien is, it represents species, whereas Homo it represents genus. Next category we are going with genus. Genus is nothing but it is a group of related species, whereas species is a group of individuals which have fundamental similarities. It's a group of related species. Genera are the aggregates of closely related species. Genera is an aggregate of closely related species. For example, if we take like potato, brinjal, they are two different species but they belong to same genus, which is Solanum. Solanum tuberosum is potato and Solanum nigrum is brinjal. Here the genus is same but they have different species. Here in case of Pantheria leo, Pantheria pardus, Pantheria tigris, here also the genus is same, that is Panthera, but species is different, that is Leo, Pardus and Tigris. Genus it differs from other genus like Felis, which includes cat. Two genus differs. Genus, if we take an example, Panthera differs from Felis. That's what it is saying here. Genus is differing from other genus like Felis. Cats, they belong to the genus Felis. The question may come, cat belong to which genus? It belongs to Felis. Tiger belongs to tiger. What is the similarity between tiger, leopard and lion? What is the similarity? They have same genus. Then we go to like family. Okay, next category, and it is higher than genus. Family is nothing but it's a group of related genera with less number of similarities when compared to genus and species. It's a group of related species. Sorry, it's a group of related genera. Family is nothing but it is a group of related genera with less number of similarities when compared to genus and species. Families are categorized both on vegetative reproductive features. Families, they are categorized based on vegetative and reproductive features. Okay. Among plants, for example, with three different genera like Solanum, Petunia, Datura, they are included in the same family Solanaceae. Solanum, Petunia and Datura, they come under dash family, or they come under which family? The question may come. Okay, question, this is one MCQ bit, and okay, what you will tick? We have to tick family, they come under same family Solanaceae. Among animals, for example, like genus Panthera, which is comprising of lion, tiger, leopard, they belong to, although they are different genus, and cat is belonging to different genus, but all together they are put in a same family Felidae. Okay, here this is also important. Here lion, tiger, leopard, they are belonging to another genre. This cat is also belonging to another genre, but they are put in the same family. What is that? Felidae. This is also MCQ bit. Similarly, okay, dogs and cats, they are separated into two different families, Felidae and Canidae. Dog, it belongs to which family? Canidae. Cat, it belongs to which family? Felidae. Here everything is important, and this cat belongs to which family, dog belongs to which family. Questions will come like that, may come. So you have to be thorough with which animal belongs to which family, and which plants come under which family, and what are the genuses. They may give MCQ like this, like Solanum, Petunia and Datura. They come also, they have what is the category they are in which category they are same. What you say? We have to say they are having same family. Here also, in the case of animals also, the same question will come. They are having, here in the case of like lion, tiger, leopard and cats, dash category is same. Which category? Category is same. For that, family is same. They belong to same category. Which, okay, they belong to like same family Felidae. Here in the order, next category is order. Species, genus and families are based on same, also they are based on number of similar characters. Species, genus and families are based on number of similar characters. Okay, they are based on number of similar characters, whereas order and other higher taxonomic categories, they are identified based on aggregates of characters. Order and other taxonomic categories, they are identified based on dash. They are identified based on aggregates of characters. They are identified based on aggregate. Genus and families are based on number of similar characters, whereas order and other taxonomic categories, other higher taxonomic categories, they are identified based on dash aggregates of characters. Here number of similar characters, here aggregates of characters. Okay, here order being a higher category, order is an assemblage of families. Order is nothing but it is a assemblage of families which exhibit a few similar characters. What is this order? You have to remember. Questions will come on this order. Order is being a higher category. Order is a higher category, which is an assemblage of families which exhibit a few similar characters. The similar characters are less in number when compared to different genera. Similar characters are less in number when compared to different genera, including in a family. Is nothing but plant families like Convolvulaceae, Solanaceae. These families, they are included in both of the different families are included in the same order. What is that? Polemoniales. Based on how they are included in this order, they are based on floral characters. Based on floral characters, they are included in the same order. Polemoniales. What are those families? Convolvulaceae and Solanaceae. These two families are included in the same order. Polemoniales based on what? Based on floral characters. The in the case of animals like order Carnivora, it contains two families, that is Felidae and Canidae. Felidae is cats that belong to Felidae, dogs that belong to Canidae. Both are included in the same order Carnivora, and this is very important. This whole para is important, and based on this line MCQs may come. And this plant families have this both the families, they have same which category, like that questions may come. Here next we are moving to next category, that is class. Class is nothing but it includes related order, whereas order it includes it's a aggregate of families. It is an assemblage of families. Order is an assemblage of families, whereas class it includes related order. For example, the order Primata is including in this order, but for order like Primata, it includes monkey, gorilla, gibbon are placed order Primata, and this order Carnivora. This both the orders are included in the same class, that is Mammalia. And in the order Carnivora, animals, what animals are included? Which animals are included? Tiger, cat, dog. In order Carnivora, what animals are included? Tiger, cat, dog. In order Primata, what animals are included? In order Primata, what animals are included? Monkey, gorilla and gibbon, and these both orders they come under same class, that is Mammalia. They come under same class, that is Mammalia. Okay. Phylum. Next we are moving to another category, that is phylum. Classes which is comprising like fish is a class, and fishes are classes. Okay, fish is a class. Amphibians also they come under it's a class. Reptiles also class. We'll learn this in animal kingdom. Birds also, here it is they come under the category classes category. They come under classes category. Fishes also they come under classes category. Amphibians also they come under classes category. Reptiles also they come under classes category, whereas mammals they also come under classes category. All these classes are included in a higher category, that is phylum. All classes they come under phylum. Okay. What are the classes which come under the phylum Chordata? Fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals. All these classes they come under phylum Chordata. What are the common features of the phylum Chordata? Notochord, dorsal hollow nervous system are the common features of phylum Chordata. In the case of plants, the classes with similar characteristics are assigned to a higher category called. Next we'll see about suppose if the taxonomic categories which are showing the hierarchical arrangement in ascending order. If they ask the categories arrangement in ascending order, you will start with species. If they ask in descending order, you should start with kingdom. Here this category phylum. If they ask taxonomic categories in the case of animals, you will go with phylum. If they ask the taxonomic categories in the case of plants, kingdom. Afterwards, kingdom afterwards, you will go with division, then class, then order, then family, then genus, and then species. This is descending order. Okay. If ascending order, if they ask in ascending order, you will start with species, genus, family, order. Okay, so on. Then we'll go with next highest taxonomic category, that is kingdom. All the phyla, all animals belonging to various phyla, they come under kingdom Animalia. All the plants from various divisions, here from various phyla. In case of plants, phyla becomes division, and this divisions, various divisions, they come under kingdom Plantae. The taxonomic categories from species to kingdom is shown in the ascending order. These are broad categories. These all are broad categories. However, the taxonomists have shown they developed subcategories also. Here in this subcategories also there, they are the broad categories. Okay, all these are broad categories. Subcategories also, they are also developed into subcategories. That is not in our syllabus, just you remember. As we go from species to kingdom, the number of common characteristics goes on decreasing. Yes, we know this. Lower the taxa, more are the characteristics, more are the similar characters. Lower the taxa, more are the similar characters. Higher the taxa, greater will be the difficulty for determining the relationship to the other taxa at the same level. And this box, this table is very important, and questions will come from this table, so everyone should by heart this table. First, once we'll do this table. Okay, what man is nothing but it's a common name. It has a biological name, Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens, we know it's a biological name or based on a binomial nomenclature. First component is genus and second component is specific epithet. It belongs to which family? Hominidae. Which order? Primata. Which class? Mammalia. And which phylum? Chordata. Housefly is a Musca domestica, and like genus is Musca, family and Mucidae. Order is Diphtheria, class Insecta, phylum Orthopoda. Mango, Mangifera indica is its scientific name. Genus is what is genus for mango? Mangifera. Family, it belongs to which family? Mango. It belongs to Anagardiaceae. Mango, it belongs to which order? Sapindales. It belongs to which class? Dicotyledonnae. Yes. It belongs to which division? Here in the case of plants, phylum becomes division. In the case of phylum, will be including here phylum and division both are same. Both they are at same level. But in the case of plants, phylum became division, and in the case of animals, we have to use phylum. Wheat. In the case like wheat scientific name is Triticum aestivum. It belongs to the genus Triticum, family Poaceae, order Poales. It belongs to which class? It belongs to Monocotyledonnae. Mango, it belongs to Dicotyledonnae. It belongs to which division? Angiospermae. Next we'll start with taxonomical aids. Taxonomical studies of various species of plants, animals, and other organisms that are useful in agriculture, forestry, industry, and in order to know like resources and its diversity. Studies of various species of plant species, animals, and other organisms. Studies of various species of plants, animals that are useful. Studies of various species of plants, animals that are useful in agriculture. These taxonomical studies, they help in agriculture, forestry, industry, and knowing bioresources and its diversity. Okay. These taxonomical studies, they require correct classification and identification of an organism. In order to study anything, it is necessary that it is correctly classified and correctly identified. Identification of an organism, it requires, okay, what we have read for taxonomical studies, we require correct classification and identification. For correct classification, that is okay, it is require correct classification and identification, but for correct identification, it is like intense laboratories and field studies are required. Okay, they are interrelated. First, taxonomical studies, they require correct classification, they require, and identification, they require. For identification of an organism, they require intense laboratories and field studies. The classification of actual specimen, for the classification, for collection of specimens of plant and animal species is essential, and it's a primary source for taxonomical studies. What is the primary source for taxonomical studies? The collection of specimens of plant and animal species, it's essential, and it's a primary source for taxonomic studies, which are fundamental. Okay, these are also fundamental to studies, and they are essential for training in systematics. It is used for classification of an organism, and the information which is gathered is stored along with the specimens. In some of the cases, the specimen is preserved for further studies. In some cases, these specimens are preserved for further studies. Okay. Biologists, they will establish certain procedures and techniques in order to store and preserve the information as well as specimens. They have established certain procedures and certain techniques to store and preserve information, in order to store information as well as specimens. So some of these have been okay, that is not important. In this, what is important? This everything is important. First, this is important, like taxonomical studies of various species. What this taxonomical studies they do, they are helpful in agriculture, forestry, industry, and in knowing bioresources and its diversity. That is important. And this how we do these studies. In order to do taxonomical studies, in order to have taxonomical studies, we require correct classification and identification. Yes. For identification, what we require intense laboratories and field studies. This is also important. What is the primary source of taxonomical studies? Collection of plant and animal specimens is the primary source of taxonomic studies. Okay. And this information is gathered and preserved for further studies. In some of the cases, the specimens are also preserved. That is not important. Upper 4 lines up till here, it's important. Okay, yes or no questions may come from this para, so read thoroughly this para. Everything is important. More, which I'm stressing, that is more important. Some will be less important. And these are taxonomical aids. Herbarium is okay. First, from here, everything is important. Every para is important, and each and every line in every para is important. So carefully listen to me carefully. Herbarium is nothing but it's a storehouse of collected plant specimens. Here the specimens are dried, pressed and are preserved on sheets. Herbarium is nothing but it's a storehouse of plant specimens that are dried, pressed and preserved on sheets. Further, these sheets are arranged based on universally accepted principle. This is nothing but herbarium, which is having plant specimens. These herbariums both are arranged according to a universally accepted system of classification, and this herbarium sheets is a storehouse or it's a repository for future use. Yes, herbarium sheets they also carry both of, if we take one herbarium sheet, it will have a label. On that label, what information we'll get? We get information regarding date, place of collection, English name, local name and botanical name. Yeah, English name, local name, botanical name, family name also we get on that label, and collector's name. And this is an important MCQ. Herbarium is this line is important. Herbarium it serves as a quick referential system in taxonomic studies. Does serve as a quick referential systems in taxonomical study. Herbarium. What you will tick? Herbarium is a quick referential system in taxonomical studies. Then okay, herbarium is related only with plants. Botanical gardens it's also related only with plants. Okay, like here their botanical gardens are nothing but they are specified gardens which have collection of living plants. Here dead, the plants are dead. We are taking the plant, we are drying it, pressing it and preserving on sheet. But in case of botanical gardens, we are collecting the living plants. In for reference sake, we are collection of living plants is seen in botanical gardens. Why we are collecting these plants? For identification purpose, and each plant is labeled. For each plant there is a label. On that label we get information regarding botanical name or scientific name and family. Yeah. On herbarium sheets also we are getting information regarding family. In botanical gardens also we are getting information regarding family. What is the famous this is important line. Questions may come on this line. This is a famous MCQ bit. That is India National Botanical Research Institute. National Botanical Research Institute is present in Lucknow. Okay. Botanical gardens are related with plants. Herbarium is also related with plants. The famous botanical gardens, this is important. Okay. Museums. Next we'll see like museum. Museum is also a taxonomical aid. These all are taxonomical aids. Okay. Actually, why we are learning this taxonomical aids? How they are preserved? What we have seen that biologists they are inventing like new techniques in order to preserve. In this manner, they are preserving these specimens. Okay. In the like taxonomical aids, they are preserving in the form of taxonomical aids. What are those? Like herbarium, botanical gardens, museums. Okay. Here we'll start with museum. Biological museum. These museums are generally seen in educational institutions like schools and colleges. We see in museum we have collection of preserved plant specimens and animal specimens. For study and reference sake, we put in museums. Museums are related with plants and animals. Here we can see plant specimens, we can see animal specimens, we can see in museums. Yeah. These specimens are preserved in containers. These specimens are preserved in containers or they are preserved in jars in preservative solutions. The specimens are preserved in preservative solutions, like they put in jar or jar or container which contain preservative solution. In that manner they are preserving the specimens. Okay, plants and animal specimens are both, they are also preserved. They put in a preservative solution or they are preserved as dry specimens. What are preserved as dry specimens? Plant specimens and animal specimens, they are preserved as dry specimens. Whereas insects are preserved in insect boxes. How they are preserved in insect boxes? First they will collect them, kill them and pin them. In that manner the insects are preserved in insect boxes. Whereas larger animals like birds and mammals are usually stuffed and are preserved. Larger animals, what are larger animals like birds and mammals? Are usually they are stuffed and they are preserved. Museums they also contain collection of skeletons of animals. They also contain skeleton of animals. Okay, herbarium is related with botanical gardens, are related with plants. Museums are related with both plants and animals. Okay, whereas larger and this everything here this para is also very important. Here the questions may come up like larger animals, how they are preserved, insects, how they are preserved, plant and animal specimens, how they are preserved. Here zoological parks, human care, or they are under human care, they are protected. Wild animals are protected under human care. When they are under human care, it enables us to study about their food habits and behaviors. All animals both in zoo are provided as far as possible the conditions which are similar to natural habitats. All animals which are present in zoos both the conditions will be similar to natural habitat. Yes, this is nothing but like pictures of animals in different zoo parks. Okay, next we'll go with key. Key is also like another taxonomical aid. It is used for identification of plants and animals based on similarities and dissimilarities. Like this point may come as MCQ. Keys are based the keys are based on the contrasting characters, generally in a pair called as couplet. Key is based on contrasting character in a pair called a couplet. It represents the choice made between the two opposite options. It results in acceptance of one and rejection of other. Each statement in key is known as lead. Separate keys are required for sub-taxonomic categories like family, genus, species in order for identification purpose. Separate taxonomic keys are required for each taxonomic category. For identification purpose. Keys are generally analytical in nature. Keys are dash in nature. Keys are analytical in nature. Dash is used for identification of plants and animals. Dash is used for identification of plants and animals based on similarities and dissimilarities. Key. Answer is key. Key is used for identification of plants and identification of animals. They are based on like similarities and dissimilarities. Okay, keys are based on contrasting characters, and these contrasting characters generally in a pair is called as couplet. Key based on contrasting characters, yeah, generally in a pair is known as couplet. This is also important. What is couplet? This line also may come as MCQ. Yeah, each statement in a key is called dash, but each statement in a key is called lead. This also may come as MCQ. Yeah, every line is important. Starting from herbarium onwards, every line is important. So keenly read each and every point. And dash are generally analytical nature. Keys are analytical nature. and like true or false questions may also come. Keys are generally in the place of analytical, they may give other words, so you have to remember keys are analytical in nature. Okay, then flora manuals and monographs and catalogs are some other means of recording description. Flora manuals, monograph and catalogs are the some other means of recording description. They are used to record description, and they also help in correct identification. Flora manuals, monographs and catalogs, they help in correct identification. Okay, flora, what is flora? Flora, it contains a actual account of habitat distribution of plants of a given area. Dash is the actual account of habitat and distribution of plants of a given area. Flora, this is important. And dash, it provides an index to the plant species found in a particular area. Flora, it provides index to the species, plant species which are found in a particular area. As it is, lines may come, so be careful. Manuals are useful in providing information. It provides manuals, they provide information regarding identification of names of a species. Identification of names of a species found in an area. This also